Hey, what's going on, YouTubers, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, rideshare drivers, anyone curious about becoming one or just interested in what it's like for us to be one? My name is Nick Caronna, and I'm an Uber driver in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm making these videos to share my experiences with you, as well as hopefully help current drivers out there to make more money and be better drivers. So a little bit about my experience. I'm doing this full time right now. I'm pursuing acting, and I've also been I bartend on and off, so I really appreciate the flexibility. But it's definitely important to maintain that high rating to make more money. A lot of people don't always know the correlation because, if someone rates you bad, that doesn't mean you don't, it's not like you don't get paid, you still get paid. But what you want is to get invited to Uber VIP. When you get invited to Uber VIP, you get put in that queue. So riders out there that use Uber at least 10 times a month get invited to be Uber VIP riders, meaning they only get VIP drivers, and you want that to be you so you can make more easy money, because they're gonna tip you better because they do Uber all the time and they already know what they're doing, so it's going to be an easy pickup, and they use Uber so they already know where they're going. It's just going to be a piece of cake all the way through. Easy trip, you want it. So you need to have a good rating. I know that I'm in the top 10% because Uber periodically sends me emails saying, good job, you're in the top 10%. And one day they said, hey, this is Uber VIP and you're in it. Sometimes I get Uber VIP requests. For the consumer, their phone, they'll have Uber Pool, Uber X, and all of a sudden they'll get that Uber VIP. It's the same exact price, it's just you get a nicer car. And I mean, honestly, I think that most of the VIPs are also going to be selects. So truthfully, there's a good chance you're just going to get a select car and be paying Uber X rates. The way that I've maintained my rating is by being efficient, by having good communication, by being straightforward and clear always, no matter what. No extra stuff, no fluff. The fluff isn't going to get you 5 stars. I've been in cars that have plaques that say please rate me and crazy things like that, and I just think that's unnecessary. I've never asked for a 5-star rating before. I've never asked anyone to rate me. I don't even talk about it unless they ask a question about it. I don't have water in my car. I don't have mints in my car. I don't have candy. I don't have gum. Why would I want to spend money on something that's going to become garbage in my car and maybe not even make me more money? I mean, I don't have those things and I get tips. I don't have those things, and like I said, 2 years and 4.9 stars. So a few things you can do. Like I said, people like being picked up, honestly, without having to talk to you, call you, text you, any extra steps. Everyone's different. So when you're navigating your way to someone, I assume most people are probably using Google Maps or Waze. My advice, when you get close to them, switch back to the Uber app, because you can really see their pin in it, and you're going to want to look at the pin once you get close, the actual circle, the dot that shows where they are. At that point, stop looking at the navigation on where to go, because it doesn't always know once you get close. For example, it might lead you to a shopping center, but by looking at that pin, you can figure out exactly what store they're in, even if they didn't put it there. And then you see the person standing out there staring at their phone, and you swing up and say their name, and you got them. Yeah, you can call them. You're going to have to stop and call them. It's going to take extra time, and I don't know who you're picking up. Maybe frustration. You never know what state someone's in when you pick them up. So with that being said, hello. I always ask them, their name outside the car to get that, right away if someone looks at you, or if you're sketched out by the person, make them say your name, because you might say their name and they just plan on saying yes no matter what and getting in your car. Maybe they're drunk, maybe they're sketchy, who knows? So, hey, who you looking for? Say my name, then I'll let you in my car, late nights and stuff like that. Once they're in, gauge if they want to talk to you or not. hey, how you doing? You having a nice night tonight? You'll know from that if they want to keep talking. They'll start asking their questions. How long you been Ubering? How do you like it? All the standard stuff. Whatever. If you don't like talking, my advice is suck it up. They're going to get out of your car in a few minutes, get that rating, maybe a tip, who knows. If they seem like they don't want to talk, leave them alone. Just focus on driving. There's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, once you get them in your car, the drive itself, I use Waze. It cuts through a lot of traffic. I feel like it saves me a lot of time as an Uber driver. And time is money for us. Remember, you only get paid for moving. The time factor is so small. There's no running or cooking the clock with Uber. You want to be effectively moving and dropping people off. So not being stuck on the highway is a wonderful start to that. Now, here in Atlanta, there's so many different routes you can take to places. So once again, being clear and concise is so important. You know, even with the pickup, if you can't find them, call them right away, tell them where you are, ask them where they are. Just be clear with everything. So relating back to them being in the car already, if they're the kind of person that's up in your business as far as where you're going and they're concerned or anything like that, I set the standard right away. Hey, just to let you know, I'm using Waze. I'm not very familiar with this area myself, but Waze reads traffic and it helps me save a lot of time because Waze is probably going to go a way that they're not familiar with and they don't know, and they're going to be surprised by it. But in my opinion, it's best if you can just get them to trust you and say, okay, go the way you want, because if you go the way they want, it's going to take a long time sometimes. And once again, if it's an Uber X, do what they want. If they're really persistent on going a certain way, just do it, because it's going to adjust. You'll still get more money. I'm a little less lenient on Uber Pool because they don't necessarily know where I'm going as far as if I'm picking someone else up, and since someone else is involved, I'm gonna do what's most effective and best so that I can just get everyone where they need to go quickly. Letting people out, if they have luggage, I almost always get out and just help them, or even if they get it, just close the trunk, tell them thanks. Sometimes they want to shake your hand. I don't always, you don't have to touch everyone's hand. Don't really want to necessarily. No offense to them, but a lot of people getting in the car. Armor All wipes, I keep them in here. Wipe the seat down. Sometimes you pick people up from work and they stink. That sucks. You can't charge them for it, but you don't want it to come down on you, so I'll give the back seat a quick wipe down. It's like I said, it's nothing going. You don't need to go above and beyond to get the 5 stars. You don't have to have stuff in your car and offer them tons of things. Just the basics. Be clean. Get them where they're going. Don't jack around. Don't, I get so annoyed when I'm in an Uber and we hit a red light and the dude's like looking up YouTube videos and basketball news on his phone. Like, just wait a minute. I'm giving you the 10 cents a minute for you to just be my driver and pay attention. It's simple, guys. It is. You can look that stuff up in between your trips or while you're waiting at the airport. We have so much free time. Just don't blow it with your guests. When everyone gets in the car, I always ask them, do you have a music preference? I would almost say 10 out of 10 times they say no, play whatever you want. Once in a while they'll ask for an aux cord or say anything but country or anything but rap or something like that. Whatever. I got a couple radio stations. I usually just put some Drake on my iTunes music and pretty much nobody complains about Drake. So there's always that. And then nothing too crazy. Like I said, don't sit there and beg them for 5 stars. Get them to where they're going. Drop them off at the front door stuff, drive them around. I always offer to go in a gate if there's a gate, stuff like that. Like I said, guys, there's tons of tips I have for you. There's tons of different topics and aspects as far as trip hunting, surge hunting, going for airport trips, strategies you can use to make more money. I've heard some really whack stories about what people are doing as far as their insurance, paying astronomical amounts, and I definitely have some advice on how you can be covered for less. Tax season is around the corner. This will be my second time, and I'm excited because I know what I'm doing, and I know that I'm going to get some money back for tax season since I know what I'm doing. We're putting a lot of miles on our cars, and we can get paid for that. Tons of things, guys, little tips. Let me know questions, concerns in the comments, anything you want to know. I'd be glad to make another video. If everyone likes this one and they want more, I'd be happy to share my experiences and, like I said, other tidbits of advice I have. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you all on the road. I hope everybody drives safe. I hope everybody makes tons of money, and you might catch me at the airport, or catch me at the airport. How about that?